All right, so I think I barely overfilled it. It's probably fine, but this is a neat little thing I've been reading about to just go ahead and see if I can. I got this on Amazon. It's just a tube and a syringe, just to see if I can put this down the dipstick line and try to siphon out. I think maybe about 1/4 of a liter. We'll see if it works. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna loosen the oil filler tube cap, get so there's air in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and take out the dipstick. Right now the dipstick shows, I don't know if you can see this, the line on there is just beyond the second dot. I'm gonna put this guy on like this. So I supposedly only need a good 24 to 30 inches of tube. Let's see if this works. Okay, I feel like it's at the bottom. Oh wow, it works really easily. I don't know if you can see that. All right, now let's see what the dipstick shows. All right, and the dipstick is right at the fill line. I don't know if you can see that, right? Right at the second fill line there. All right, mind you, so this first one, the car's cold, and I just pulled out 300 milliliters of oil about a couple minutes ago. And there's 1 bar. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Well, that was interesting. It dropped 2 bars after the engine was warm. Let's see what the dipstick shows. Oh, that shit's flat. The dipstick is about 3/4 up between the empty and fill lines, which is kind of right where I want it. There's a couple different ones. Mine is the 996014.55 stick. It's a newer stick, and it's supposed to be, I guess, up to the full line. But I know that the older stick, you're only supposed to do it maybe halfway up the dipstick line. Anyways, looks good for now. All right, so it's the next morning. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're kind of right at full. Barely. All right, here we go, cold. There it is. Okay, so I think that my takeaway from this is that if I'm doing the car cold, 8 quarts is enough, and that will put me to the top of the dipstick or the top of the arrow on the digital display, which is perfect. If I'm doing the engine hot and I fill it up to the top of the fill line on the dipstick or to the top of the arrow on the digital display, once the car cools off or sits overnight, it's going to look overfilled on the dipstick, and all the bars are going to be filled on the digital display. There's about a third to a half a quart sitting in the engine when it's warm. But I think from now on I'll just put in 8 and leave it at that. I probably didn't need to siphon out any of the oil. It was probably fine. There wasn't that much more in it. But you know, it was a fun little experiment, you know. Anyways, yeah, I love these cars. They're the best. 996 all the way. Thanks for watching.